Okay, so what do you do each week? Well, this is my pre-calculus course for the spring 2020, and so I'm on. So maybe we should go back to the home. So this is that initial home page. So you can go to where most things happen. It's under the course modules. So you can either click modules here, or modules there. I'll honestly usually click that. And then, of course, this is that home page, that page I was just on. You see the way all these, the week 0 is all expanded, week 1's expanded. You can collapse those. I mean, at first it isn't very long, but by the 15th week of this course, it's going to be quite a lengthy document, and I can't hide one without hiding. Once you take it away, you don't have access to it. So I'm going to leave them open. So I'm just going to show you what to do this first week. Okay, each week I'll have this week overview, and it'll tell you whether there's a quiz or not, and what format it is, and of course for week 1 we're just starting, so there's no quiz. It'll tell you what to watch, what to read. So this is a set of videos that I have. I've done this for my Oxbow students. Whether you're going to use them or not, I don't know. Here's the learning targets. I think those are important. And here's a bunch of stock open math videos about the lessons in chapter 1, section 1. Okay, unfortunately, we need to do the first 4 sections this first week, so it's involved. There's a lot of time. If you're taking more than 10 hours, if you're taking less than 10 hours, I'm going to be surprised that you're spending the time you need to. I mean, if you were taking this course on the ground, you'd have, in a traditional setting, you'd meet 2 to 3 times a week. It's a 4-credit course, so you probably have 3.25 hours 3 times a week, and then the old rule of thumb, certainly for STEM courses, is you're going to spend 3 times the amount of time outside of class that you're going to spend inside of class. So you're talking, even if you do this as a once a week CCB course and you spend 3 hours in that course, 3 times 3 is 9, plus the 3 hours in class, that's 12 hours. And I always found I needed more time than that. So, 12 to 20 hours would not be unreasonable. And I know that's a big demand, but you want to be able to be successful. I mean, that's why you're taking this course. Maybe right now, if that's too much for you, maybe you ought to rethink your choice for the course. I want you in the course, and I want to help you and support you, but I can't. You got to get through the course material too. This last tab, this is something I do for my high school classes, as you can see, and I've got notes. People don't usually use these, so I have them available for you for the first couple weeks. If you use them and want me to continue, I can. I've got them all set up. I just, I don't always make them available for Oxbow. This is more of the flavor of, here's some examples. Here's me working the examples. Then you can go do the book work. Okay, so that's like the lesson. Let me come back to modules. I'm going to look at module 1, and then once you do that, these are the graded homework exercises. Now, what I should do is I should come back to that overview to point out something. You see these exercises right here? So this is right out of the textbook, and you didn't have to buy the textbook. It actually works pretty well from the online version, and this is just a copy of that online version. And here's some notes, and some people like to read textbooks. That's the way you learn, which is great. I'd certainly look at it. Basically, the videos that I did for my flipped classroom, I do some of these examples live. Okay, then here's some exercises. All the odd numbered exercises have the answers available in the back of the book, but they're just the answers. The other resource I want to point you to is if you go out, if you don't ever bookmark it, if you just Google Lippmann Open Precalc calculus, let's see if we can spell this right, and see this first link is this website for this book. Here's the PDF. You can download for free. You can order it. You already have this information elsewhere. And here's the answers. Now, this is all the audience worked out solutions. Most of them are worked out for the entire book. Of course, that's a big file. You can also do by chapter if you want. So let me just point out, I'll download and you know that a PDF is that Adobe portable document format. You can't edit it, but it looks just like the way, I don't know what I just did here. Let's see here. Well, it usually opens just fine here. Let's see what happens. Did I not click on it right? Nope, something's up with, either something's up with my reader or something's up with that file. How about, does the same thing happen for number 2? If the same thing happens for chapter 2, it's going to be my, yeah, I think it's something up with my reader. I have a copy that's already downloaded. Why don't I open that up for you just so you can see that? If that link never works, see, so here's the work. They give you some reasoning. So I mean, I think you'll find this is a good learning tool. Let's jump down. Let's see. They don't have it indexed quite as nicely as the actual textbook. What is chapters? This is 2.1 here. Let's find, because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for the discussion forums. And it was section 1.3. Let me find that for you. There it is. The average rates change. So here's all the work for page, I think it's page 78 or 48 number. It's page, let's see. Sorry about this. You probably don't want to have to stand here and listen to this. Yes, it's page 48. And that answer I was just looking at was the answer for number 15, which you're going to learn how to do this week if you don't already know. It's just basically a slope. Okay. So, and actually there's an error. There's an error with this problem. That should be 1, but that's besides the point. Most of them are done correctly, and it will help you learn. So those are the odd exercises. I encourage you to do those odd numbered exercises. You know, that's how you're going to get the practice. I'll have people just do the MyOpen Math, and while that's great, that's better than doing nothing. It's really not enough practice. You want to take the time to do it. I'm not saying do them all. I'm not going to collect this work. I don't want to see it. It's I'm not going to give you a grade for it, but you want to learn the material. So I would certainly use it if something's giving you a hard time. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I think I have that link to the, so these are all the exercises, and you get the MyOpen Math done. Let's see, so that's, yeah, let's come back to the modules. Here's the 4 sections from MyOpen Math. They look like this. You're going to click them open, and they should open up in a new window, so make sure you have your pop-up blockers off, or you allow MyOpen Math. And start the assignment, and here you go. And some of it's multiple choice, there's some video. You can certainly message me. If it's a quiz out of MyOpen Math, by all means message me, because I don't want those discussed in the discussion forums. But if you can't do a problem, you could screenshot it and then go post it in the discussion forums. Hey, I don't know how to do this problem. I need some help. If you could show us what you've tried so we could help you troubleshoot. I mean, that's even more beneficial for you. Some people, I've had people just say, hey, I can't do this problem, not show us any work. Well, I'm going to come back and say, well, what have you tried? Depending on what the problem is, you know, where you're at, your past work that I've seen you do. Okay, so there's some variables in that. But this is, and you can jump around and skip around. You get, with this, with MyOpen Math, you get, you lose 1/3 of a point for every wrong answer. And then you can always so here, let me get this wrong so I can show you what it looks like. So submit question. Let's see the wrong answer. So I can try a similar question and not lose any points. Okay, maybe I should go to one that requires a little bit of work here. Yeah, so let's suppose I get this wrong. F of, let's see, I see, I'm gonna get this wrong. Say it's 2. The correct answer is 30, right? F of, let me get a pointer going here. A little bit of math lesson here, a little math lesson on what to do. F of 4 means what's y when x equals 4, right? So here's 4, y is 30. So that's the correct answer. This says what's x when y is 3. So let's see, when x is, and when y is 3, I see x is 6. So I'm going to get that one right. And let's submit the question. And you see I got the first one wrong and the correct one right. That one right. So I can either, I got half credit on that problem. I can try try another answer. Let's say I say 32. That's wrong also. But see how now I've lost some more points on it. I wonder if I get the setup right. Usually it's a third, but I can try a similar question and f of, oh, this isn't even very, unless this is randomized. Maybe this is randomized. F of 3 is 80. F of 3 is 27. And when x equals y equals 2, x equals 8. And there we go. I got, all right. See, I got 1 point. It shows me which ones I've got partial credit on. Oh, I don't know why it didn't give me half credit on that question. I better check the settings up. And that's something you want to do. If something's not open, make sure you give me a yell. We'll fix it. Okay, so that's my open math. That's what it looks like. Oh, what else? What else do we want to do? What else do I want to talk to you in the section about what to do each? Oh, the discussion forum. Okay, so my open, then the discussion forum. Each week you're responsible for two discussion posts. Sometimes it'll be a video. Most of the time it just works. So it can be, so you click on this one's the first one. This is due by Saturday night at, well, that's the fall. I got to change that, I see. This is due by Saturday night. You miss that deadline, you don't pick up these 5 points. You gotta, I want to do this to encourage you to get started and not wait till the last minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reply. Now this was from section, this is from section 4.3 or 1.3 on page 48, and it's number 16. So you notice the way I'm putting that what it is right on the heading. Now you'll see in my work that I wrote the problem. If I didn't get the work on there, I could always come back and grab that. I could screenshot that, depending on what you have, Mac or PC or Chromebook, you know, depending on what you're using. They each have different ways of grabbing the screenshot. And you can upload that if you want, or just write it on paper. You're going to see I just wrote it on paper. I did my work out on paper. I took a picture of it. Actually, I scanned it, but you can certainly take a picture of it with your phone. If you do take pictures with your phone to post on here, let me get this uploaded. This video also shows you this. So I'm going to do embed an image, not attached. You know, some people will get to attaching files, or let's see, where's the attaching files? Down below here. Yeah, attach a file. That works okay, but it's then you get to download a file. If you can embed an image, get it as a JPEG or a PNG. Actually, the Apple, the HEIC format will also work in a browser now, I believe. So if I'm going to embed an image, I'm going to go to Canvas. I'm going to click on My Files, and I'm going to upload this file, and I put it on a flash drive. So let me, there it is. And it'll upload slowly. Well, not too bad. I'm at school. And you can change the format. See, that's a huge format, 1700 by 2200. So I'm going to shrink that up. Usually a 700, and often it'll aspect ratio means the length and the width, right? Like 4:3 is the old television aspect ratio. What's HD? 16 to 9 or something like that. So this will change it up a little bit. It won't take over the whole screen. I'm going to update it. And let's see, there's my work. There's my work for that question. Okay. And actually scan the whole page, and that's actually a reasonable size. And then we can post it, and then just come down and post it. Post reply. And if you want to reply to this person, you can click reply and do that. Or if you want to just make your original posts, you can come back up and reply to the discussion forum. I'll get a notification that you made the post. Go give it a grade. It's just these attendance posts are just, did you try it? Did you try something? Did you interact with us mathematically? Okay. Great place to ask questions about work that you're having trouble with. Don't ask questions about quiz and test items here. Please email me them. Okay, so I guess that, and then you're gonna do this again. There's another, that's post 1, and then let's come back to modules. Post 2 has to happen before Sunday night, or Monday night, the end of the week. You can do these both before Saturday night or on before Saturday. It doesn't matter. It's just you got to make those minimum deadlines. Okay, and that's that. And then what happens on on Saturday. So then on Saturday, let's see, let's go look at the calendar. Yeah, so the course opens up on the 21st. 21st of January. I'll have week 2 opened up on Saturday, January 25th, 2 days before this week ends. So that I'm going to encourage you, folks, to get work ahead. I mean, start that first weekend. I'll have the course all opened up on the 18th, Saturday the 18th. I encourage you to get started then. That way you can get all this work done. You have that first weekend. You have all the week to finish up little things that you don't quite understand or need help with, and then so you can start week 2 on Saturday the 25th, and that way you're working a week ahead. You're not waiting till the last minute. All right, I guess the video's long enough. I'm gonna be quiet and post this. Give me a yell if you need help.